Salut les amis, bienvenue sur Stoufy Gaming. Donc on se retrouve aujourd'hui pour un nouveau live sur Starfield avec l'épisode 2. On avait commencé tranquillement le jour de sa sortie à 2 heures du matin. Voilà, donc là on continue. On n'y avait pas joué beaucoup, on y avait joué à peu près 1h20, 1h30. Donc voilà, donc on va continuer
It's not
l'aventure
always easy,
tranquillement
but I just remind myself that if it weren't for you
et
and the
découvrir ce jeu
situation, I'd have no idea that any of
pépère.
this was going on.
Hmm? So, are you ready to get to work? Or was there something else? We're going to be doing some old-fashioned detective work. The artifacts are relatively inert once they're out of bedrock. That means people can pass them around, not even knowing what they are. I've been letting my contacts know to be on the lookout for strange metal objects. Get back a lot of noise, usually. But a tip from the UC Vanguard sounds promising. Jumping to anthropology on me already? Oh, well, good. We all need our own reasons to be out there. But it's not just that. I want to take this opportunity to see how you handle yourself, and for you to learn more about us. I'm going to be sticking with you for this. We'll be traveling together until we either find an artifact or this lead runs dry. We'll need to head to Mast. Check in with the Vanguard recruiting office where my contact works. And listen, whatever you were before or whatever you do once you're out there, I don't care. So long as you don't bring UC security to our doorstep. Every member of Constellation is their own conscience. Understood? Good. Let's take a little stroll through New Atlantis, shall we?
I am at your service, Captain.
Allez voir la maison de vos rêves sur Nezo. Salut Tata Navarre, ça va bien toi?
To become part of the most advanced technology corporation in the settled systems.
What if we just broadened our hiring?
citizens of the United Colonies to the best of your abilities.
Sarah, good to see you. Who's your friend?
Hopefully Constellation's newest member. Thought I'd run through some legwork together.
Another space explorer. Hey, you ever think of joining up with the Vanguard? Help the United Colonies, earn some credits, even get your UC citizenship? Excellent. Just need to do a little paperwork. An orientation on the UC, and knock out an exam, and a probationary mission. We need to know you'll be able to hack it out there after all. Do well. You'll be out there keeping the peace in no time.
Don't forget, John. I need him back after you wrap him in that fancy get-up of yours.
No worries, Sarah. I'm not forgetting about you or our little business afterwards. Promise. First things first, head down to the orientation hall. Get signed up at the registration terminal. The system will walk you through the rest. Oh, and if you got a bounty, well, you're gonna have to make things right with the UC before we'll let you join. But if you've got any questions, I can get you sorted. Something wrong with the exam? Right. Got so wound up bringing you on board, I almost forgot.
No, I haven't. Come on, John. Let's hear it, before you try to convince him to join the Marines.
All right. Here's what I've got. Vanguard volunteer by the name of Moera. Helps patrol the old neighborhood. Sol, Mars, Neptune, you know.
The Sol system. Which admiral did he upset to get that posting?
He's Martian, born and raised. Not like I can get anyone else to care. Word is he's got some fancy ornament he's been showing off to the old grounders. Matches that description Sarah gave me. Sol system has a lot of planets, but a vet like Moera will be checking in at Sidonia on the regular.
You mean hitting the bars, don't you, John?
Hey, nothing wrong with a little refresh between patrols. Anything for Sarah. UC always takes care of its own. Even the prodigal children.
Oh, brother.
Yes? You needed something?
Je sais pas encore. Je sais pas encore. Ça dépend si je fais un long live sur.
I've flown across most
Starfield
of
ou
the
pas, en
separate
fait.
systems in all manners of spacecraft, and yet I still get sick on the gnat. Oh, I've always liked that statue. It's beautiful, isn't it? I wonder what the artist was trying to represent. security scanners, chemical sniffers. The United Colonies sure isn't taking any chances. Suppose I have time for a nap before we leave?
C'est pas grave, tata. Pourquoi ils me redisent de monter là?
You are entering United Colony space. Maintain course and prepare to be scanned. Scan complete.
là, on atterrit sur Mars.
In Sidonia. Ah, I cherish these visits to the forgotten corners of the United Colonies.
What a lovely view of the Martian sky. Frankly, I'm a bit surprised to find such a delightful spot in this rather drab city. Been a long time since I've been to Mars. Sol system doesn't get a lot of traffic. Dropping off a few choice items. Take your time. Sidonia is an industrial town. The people... Bye-bye.
Leeches in the engine, leeches on the hull, multiple leeches in the grav drive.
Suppose that would explain the brownouts. So, what's this going to run?
If there are no other surprises, mid-five figures.
5 figures? 5? Fine.
Should inspect your ship. Needs a
Do
look
it. I'll be at the bar. Find me when it's done.
Nothing for us to do. You're in good flying condition.
Pretty much run the lower levels here.
What do you mean there's no work?
This exchange is a great place to buy your weapons.
How much money we spent to
Make
hitch a
sure
ride
to
to
keep
this dusty
close
red
at all
rock?
times.
We were told there were jobs.
Look, get it.
A friend offered me a nice cushy office job, but I'm
I could use some. Is Mars everything we hoped and more? Pardon me.
There's nothing like seeing old Sol coming through the big window of the morning.
Can't say I'm a fan of excitement and drama around here. What's your poison? Plenty. But if I went blabbing them to any rando that walks into my bar, no one would ever tell me anything around here. You don't do this job for 45 years by losing your customers' trust.
UC security, you're under arrest. I've got special orders, you're coming with me. Prepare for immediate transport to our vessel.
Ouais, franchement, elle est nickel, ouais.
I've been authorized to inform you that you're being transferred to the UC Vigilance. You'll find out more when you get there. Other than that, I'm not at liberty to divulge any additional information. Smart decision. Stand by to be transferred.
Bon, je viens de me faire arrêter.
Let me know when you're ready to launch.
I'm telling you, the commander's got plans for this loser. Why else would he be going through all this trouble?
I still don't understand why he trusts a criminal. Seems like too much of a risk.
Stop worrying and keep an eye on our guest. I'll be right back.
You just sit tight.
Après, le peu que j'ai vu, il est propre. Ça, c'est clair, il n'y a pas de... Pas chier.
The prisoner's ready, sir.
Il faudra voir avec plusieurs planètes. Là, pour l'instant, j'ai vu 2-3 planètes, pas plus. Donc, il faudra voir au fur et à mesure. Le peu que j'ai vu, il est nickel, franchement.
We have a lot to discuss. Highly perceptive. Let me add that to your list of skills. Speaking of which, let's see what we're working with here. It appears you have a bit of a background in big game hunting. Perfect. We'll be certain to put those skills to good use. I also see that you've mined on Vectera, and now you're with Constellation. You've certainly been quite busy. Oh, and look at that. Right at the bottom of this list is the criminal incident that landed you in my crosshairs. I will, when I'm ready. Now that we have that out of the way, let me introduce myself. My name is Commander Kibwe Ikande, and I'm in charge of this operation for UC SysDev. Are you familiar with what we do? Yes, well, this is your only opportunity to keep yourself out of jail. So I suggest you change your attitude. UC SysDev is a division of the UC. Well, they handle the big picture stuff. We deal with a very particular problem. The Crimson Fleet. That convict is where you enter the picture. No, you don't. Not yet, anyway. We've been prodding at the Crimson Fleet for years, trying to take them down one ship at a time. But we barely scratched the surface. If we can get someone on the inside, we have a shot at finding a loose thread we can pull to bring it all down. Not for me. For yourself. Look, I'm going to make this simple. Agree to work for UC SysDev, and together we take down the Crimson Fleet. Refuse, and I tell these guys to throw you into the nearest lockup. Might even tack on an extra few hundred credits to your fine. Of course you have a choice. It's just stacked in my favor. So, what do you say? You going to work with me, or should I find someone else? Smart choice. I'm going to have one of my men escort you to the operations center. I strongly suggest that you don't give him any trouble. And don't bother trying to leave the ship. I think you'll find all access to the docking area is fully restricted.
All right, let's go. So, you took the op instead of serving the time. Gonna be the commander's new mole, huh? Going in all alone, infiltrating a bunch of pirates. You've got a lot of guts. Still, it makes you wonder, especially with the stories that go around. Like the one about how the fleet deals with informants by lashing them to the hull of a ship, and then slowly letting the air out of their suit. Could you imagine a worse way to go? I know I couldn't. But I wouldn't worry about it. Since the commander handpicked you, I'm guessing you can hold your breath for a really long time, right?
Hey.
All right. This is as far as I go. Take the lift up to Ops. Commander Ikande should be waiting for you.
Howdy. Yes?
Pardon? Sometimes we'll take the long-range fighters out for grav jump and patrol high-traffic orbitals for fleet.
Okay, hello. Excuse me. Wherever the Crimson Fleet go, will follow. Sys-Def Marines are the best of the best.
Wonder where this will all lead. No, it's fine. Go ahead. I'll be here. No problem.
Yes? What? Hello?
Been a long time since I've been to Mars. Sounds good? Lead on.
Okay, hello. Yes, what?
Hello?
Yes?
Hey. The Vigilance is our flagship. Where it goes, fleet run.
Howdy.
In a vessel like this, is memories.
Pardon?
Excuse me.
I'm a bit busy at the moment, but we'll talk later, okay?
Hey.
Excuse me. Howdy. Yes, what?
Pardon. Yes? Back in basic training, I had the record for fleet kills.
Sidonia isn't maybe another time.
Go on. I wouldn't leave the commander waiting.
Conde's on level 2. Try not to touch anything until he actually clears you.
Hello.
If you have any questions, save them for Commander E. Conde.
Okay. Hello.
Ah, parce qu'il est en anglais, hein. Pourquoi je suis pas sûr qu'on puisse le paramétrer ça. Hein. Il est en français, mais la langue des dialogues est en anglais. Hein.
Pardon. Okay, hello. Lieutenant Toft is as organized as they come. You can be sure she'll keep our T's crossed and guns loaded.
Je suis perdu là, je dois parler à un mec, mais je sais pas comment accéder, je peux voir aucune porte ni rien. J'arrive même pas à sortir du bâtiment. Là où j'étais au début. Je me suis fait arrêter.
Go on. I wouldn't leave the commander waiting.
Je peux voir aucune porte. Hein. Ok.
Ikande's on level 2. Try not to touch anything until he actually clears you.
Get out of line and I'll put you down. Clear?
Yes, what? Yes?
Hey,
Excuse me. Hello.
Can we try and focus on the matter at hand, please? Ah, there you are. Excellent. Now that we've established your level of cooperation with us, I want to introduce you to your new home. This is the Operations Center of the UC Vigilance. SysDef's nerve center, dedicated to the destruction of the Crimson Fleet. Which is precisely why we're taking a more clandestine approach. We need eyes and ears inside the Crimson Fleet. Someone who can feed us information, evidence, and expose their weaknesses. The catch is that you can't just knock on their front door and ask for an application. Getting inside is going to take some finesse. I do. Our intelligence has managed to find a possible opening into the Crimson Fleet through Saoirse Bowden, one of their contacts. She works for the Trade Authority in Sidonia, so you'll be using a container of Aurora we've loaded on your ship to get her attention. You'd better hope so. Saoirse won't be easy to dupe. Once you bluff your way into the Crimson Fleet, then the operation proceeds to evidence gathering. That's where my second-in-command, Lieutenant Gillian Toft, comes into the picture. She'll explain everything you need to know. If I didn't have confidence in your abilities, we wouldn't be having this conversation. Remember, this entire operation rests on your ability to infiltrate the Crimson Fleet and bring us the evidence we need to take them down. I wouldn't expect any less. Look, before you begin, I want to make something perfectly clear. As an undercover operative for UC SysDef, you'll be expected to follow our code of conduct and ethics. Allow yourself to stray too far off the path, and you stand a good chance of spiraling out of control. That's what I wanted to hear. Anyway, it's time to hand you over to Lieutenant Toft. She'll brief you about the details of the evidence-gathering portion of the operation. Now, get out of here, and good luck. That's easy to answer. You don't. We'll be monitoring your activities from the Vigilance and attempting to keep it within your vicinity. When you feel you've gathered enough evidence, and at the completion of your assignments, head back here for a debrief. Beyond that, you're completely on your own. All we know is that she's been with the Trade Authority for years, which means she's been privy to some seriously shady deals. She's shrewd and she's diligent. The only reason we were able to connect her with the Crimson Fleet at all was thanks to an informant. I'm afraid she's the best lead we've got. For your own safety, nobody but myself and the crew of the Vigilance will be aware that you're working for the United Colonies. Basically, if you land in jail, you're going to have to deal with the fines. You have your orders.
Yes? Pardon. Hello.
Just shut up and do as you're told.
Hey.
Okay, hello.
Lieutenant Toft will continue the briefing.
Yes, what? Excuse me.
Conde's on level 2. Try not to touch anything until he actually clears you.
Ah, mais je suis déjà allé le voir avec Kand.
Okay, hello.
C'est quoi ce bordel?
Hey.
I thought it was clear that Lieutenant Toft should be... While you're running with the Crimson Fleet, it's going to be difficult for you to weigh the consequences of pulling the trigger. Do what you have to do, but remember why... That's why I expect you to constantly seek alternative means to overcome your obstacles, rather than blowing holes in them. Look, I can see that you're struggling with this. So let me simplify this for you. If there's a route to your goal which doesn't involve killing innocent people, I'm urging you to follow that path. Use your instincts. I'm certain you'll do the right thing. While you're running with the Crimson Fleet, you're undoubtedly going to be faced with some. It's going to be difficult for you to weigh the consequences. Do what you have to do. Then you do what you have to do. The Crimson Fleet has the... If it takes a few deaths to maintain your cover... As you were.
Yes? Howdy.
Yes. What? Pardon? Excuse me.
Yes? What?
All right. We don't have a lot of time, so I need you to listen up. While you're working undercover, it's imperative that you gather as much evidence as possible. If you find any records that look suspicious or incriminating, you bring it to me. Is that understood? Well, you better. Commander Akande's entire operation is resting on your shoulders. I want data slates, computer downloads, handwritten notes. Hell, I'll take anything if it'll get those bastards thrown into the brig. You're damn right I do. That minor skirmish you had with them on Vectera was nothing compared to the death and destruction those pirates leave behind. If you've seen what I've seen, you'd understand why I'm pushing you so hard. I was hoping that you'd be inspired into thinking this is more than a punishment. It appears that I was wrong. I suppose we'll simply have to motivate you in a different way. Commander Akande has authorized a credit disbursement for each piece of evidence that you return, as compensation for your efforts. It's not generous, it's motivational. Commander Akande's idea. All right, we've loaded a container of Aurora into your ship's cargo hold. We're also providing you with a sample you can use to tease the goods. We've cleared your ship for launch. Proceed to Sidonia. Make contact with Saoirse Bowden, and with any luck, she'll point you to the Crimson Fleet. That should do it. You're dismissed. Not really, no. I've learned personal experiences separate from the job. Was it? Yeah, I suppose I tend to do that. Comes from having no one to talk to around this ship. That's to be expected, I suppose. The Vigilance isn't exactly the best place to have casual conversations. We have serious work to do. Let's just stick to the job at hand and concentrate on the mission. But, maybe we can talk about it some other time, okay? Don't worry, the container's been registered with UC Security, so you shouldn't have any trouble. Even if you're scanned. Of course, if we find out you tried to sell it to someone outside the boundaries of this particular operation, well, I don't think I need to tell you the consequences of making that mistake. I'll be here if you have any more questions.
Hey.
Excuse me. Most of our operations team graduated top of their class at the academy. If there's fleet out there, we'll find them.
Building Sidonia completely underground was shielded from the harsh Martian landscape. Always nice to kick back in the broken spear after a long day.
Look at this place. I can't imagine being cramped down here, choking on the fumes and the dust. No trees, no grass. It's depressing.
Kurt, might want to head on over to Ryan. Dr. Flynn will get you patched up.
We got lots of stuff. Just ask. Yo, hey, what's up? You looking to do some shopping here at the Trade Authority? I'm Manaki. Feel free to ask me anything and I'll do my best to help you out. Cool. That's what we do here. See you around.
If you're here to buy or sell, you might want to talk to Octai. I'm busy. Wouldn't be the first time I've heard that line. Oh, don't give me that look. I'm just having a laugh. What have you got for me? Aurora, huh? Nice. A little too hot to handle, though. What else you got?
The Trade Authority turning away contraband. Now I've seen everything.
All I'm going to point at is the ceiling, with my middle finger. Get that stuff out of here before UC security catches on. Of course, if there's a finder's fee you're offering, I might, well, bend the rules a little bit. Sure, go ahead. You shoot me, and the TA will have bounty hunters on your ass before you even get back to the spaceport. Listen, love, I've heard it all. Threats bounce right off, so either cough up the finder's fee or try and sell that shipment on your own. You must be new at this game, love, so I'm gonna let that one slide. In our business, nothing gets done until money is exchanged, even if that means leaving a credit on each and every rung of the ladder as you climb your way up. You know, it's funny. Suddenly, I do remember someone who might be able to unload that stuff for you.
Well, well. It appears she suddenly remembers everything. How nice.
There's a buddy of mine who runs with the Crimson Fleet. Goes by the name Adler Kemp. If he isn't passed out, you can find him killing the rest of his brain cells at the Broken Spear. Oh, and it's been a pleasure doing business with you.
Where this will all lead.
Parler à de l'Arcamp, lance posée. Ok. Alors, ça doit être à l'extérieur, je pense.
Do your part to keep Sidonia free.
This life ain't easy, but it pays the bills.
Et voilà.
Unless you're here to serve me another drink, you can turn around and walk away. Oh yeah? Well, I don't know who the hell you are. So what makes you think I'm going to help you out? Hey, why don't you say that a little louder? I don't think every single UC guard in Sidonia heard you. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think we can help you with this. If you've got a whole shipment of this stuff, you're going to need to move it fast. But you're going to have to do something for us first. Yeah, well, she isn't running the show here. I am.
Well, this is utterly ridiculous. Do we really have to jump through these hoops to get what we need from you?
Lady, if you want me to move that shipment for your pal here, you're going to do whatever the hell I want. You got that? Now listen up, because I'm not going to repeat myself. I need you to deal with a miner who's racked up a bunch of debt. He probably spent it all on booze, not that I blame him. Either way, I want that money back. Feel free to throw as many credits in my face as you want, but that isn't the point. We need to make an example out of this guy. His name's Fielding. I think you'll find him wandering around the Deimos miners' quarters. Don't worry, you can't miss him. Just look for the most miserable-looking guy in the entire place.
People always ask me what I think about
I could never leave these miners exit. Their continued success is feel free to let me know about it.
Just because the governor's office is right out there on the main level doesn't mean it's not secure.
pas où je vais, mais j'y vais. Hein.
Look at the size of this cavern. I wonder how much of it's natural. How much was carved out to accommodate Sidonia's mining operations?
Something I can help you with? Adler Camp. Who the heck is that? Adler, you said? Nope. I think you have me mixed up with someone else. Look, I'm tired. It's been a long day in the mines. I just want to go home, wash off the dust, and relax. This has been fun, though. Whatever. Hey now. Take it easy there. Let me think about that person you mentioned. Adler, was it? Hmm? Oh, wait. You mean that Adler? Yeah, sorry. I thought you were talking about someone else. I told him I'd pay up next week when Deimos cuts our next profit share check. I'll even bring it to him personally. Hmm? Sound good? Yeah? Well, I mean, he doesn't really have a choice. Look, I haven't got a single credit to spare right now. Okay? You can't squeeze blood from a stone. You know? Right?
Perhaps he's already been through enough.
What games? Why are you doing this to me? I don't have the money. What? Oh my God. He might come after them? Because of me? I hadn't even thought of the possibility. Please, tell Adler I'm sorry for trying to wiggle out of the debt. I didn't have much of a choice.
Time since I've been to Mars. Sol system doesn't get a lot of traffic.
Sit down, it's not so bad. I sure hope this hearing loss isn't permanent.
Have something for me? There, would you look at that? I knew that bum was holding out on me. He going to be a problem anymore? Or did he get the message? Nice, nice. You're kind of a natural at this. Leaning on deadbeats comes easy to you. I like that. You know, if you like this kind of work, I can get you more. A lot more. You think you can handle running with my, associates? No, 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 no. There's no maybe. If you want to join up with us, you have to push every damn chip you've got into the pot. I'm talking all in. So can you handle it or what? I'm interested? Come on. You're not shopping for real estate here. I'm offering you a crack at some real money. So can you handle it or what? That's what I'm talking about. I like your style. All right. I'll call ahead and get a hold of Nevamora. She's second to the big boss himself. Head out to Europa. You'll find her there. I suggest you listen to whatever she has to say. Oh, and I've taken care of that Aurora shipment for you too. Don't spend all that cash in one place.
Found a clutch of heat leeches,
Donc là, engagez-vous avec l'avant-garde. Première étape pour rejoindre l'avant-garde, s'inscrire sur l'un des terminaux dans la salle d'intégration au sein du TAMS. je suis en bas, ils me disent que c'est en haut, et quand je suis en haut, ils me disent que c'est en bas.
Registration accepted. You may now proceed through the historical displays in the orientation hall.
Grew up in Neon, so I get. You enlisting too? I've always wanted to live in New Atlantis, but they only let citizens buy property, so here I am.
I mean, I don't like the UC any more than the next guy, but they've got the credits.
In 2150, humanity learned the Earth's magnetosphere would collapse sometime in the next half-century, eliminating all life on the planet. Decisive action was required, but the secure transport of an entire civilization would demand a new kind of cooperation, a new kind of courage, and a new kind of union. Thus, in 2159, the United Colonies were formed to make that journey possible. Just 1 year later, the Galileo, the first of many colony ships, touched down here on Jemison, beginning a new era of human history, the age of the United Colonies.
The effort and planning it must have taken to evacuate literally the entire planet. Can you imagine? The logistics alone must have been mind-boggling.
You here to enlist? Don't worry, none of this junk is on the exam.
It was only in 2230 that the faction known as House Varun first made contact with the rest of the settled systems. Founded by the passengers of a colony ship that had left New Atlantis and disappeared 4 decades earlier, House Varun was a faction unlike any other. A theocracy dedicated wholly to the beliefs of its isolationist founder, Janan Varun. House Varun initially made overtures of peace towards the rest of the settled systems. They claimed their only intention was to spread the word of their god, the Great Serpent.
No one knows how they move between planets.
Welcome, applicant, to the piloting simulation chamber. Please enter the designated simulation pod.
I've spent a fair bit of time in simulators just like these. They're startlingly realistic.
Have fun.
This is the Mark
Allez, on va
18
passer
flight
l'examen de
simulation
pilotage.
chamber applicant, currently in orbit around a high-detail recreation of a remote world. When you're ready to begin, please take a seat in the pilot's chair. Your exam is simple. Defeat as many tiers of opponents as you can before your ship is disabled. You must defeat at least 3 tiers of opponents to pass the exam. Good hunting, applicant.
New targets active. All targets eliminated. Progress recorded. Tier 1 reached. Initiating Tier 2. New targets active. All targets eliminated. Progress recorded. Tier 2 reached. Initiating Tier 3. New targets active.
Simulation. You've been defeated, applicant. You may initiate a reset of your current tier at inside the cockpit, or step outside and take a break. Resuming the examination.
New targets active.
Faut que je quitte. Ouais.
Congratulations, applicant. You've passed. You can head up to Commander Tuala to receive your final results and your probationary assignment. Or you're welcome to take another run at the simulation if you'd like to try and earn a better score. We'll only keep your best run.
Well, look who's back. Everything go all right with the exam? Or did you have some questions you needed answered first? Ah, so these are your numbers that just came through then. You ready to hear how you did? I like the fire, applicant. Let's get into it. So, looking at the data, checked out a few of the murals. Good. Inquisitive folks tend to do well around here. Psychological results are all within expected levels. Navy doesn't have room for folks that'll fall apart the first time they're trying to outrun a missile. Now, how'd you do against your foes? All right, cleared Tier 3. We try to set a high bar, so that's no small feat. Nice work.
Hell of a job. I might even let you fly me around sometime.
So then, looking at your results as a whole, and presuming you're successful in completing your probationary mission, you could have your UC citizenship after only 10 years service. Better than your average lab rat or diplomat, but pretty standard for folks going out into combat.
10 years might seem like a long time, but it's worth the climb if you wish to become a citizen.
So, sounds to me like we've got Vanguard material on our hands. If you're interested, we could bring you on as a provisional member today. Get you the credits you've earned, then send you out on your probationary mission. First though, all UC service people, provisional or otherwise, are required to swear an oath. So, you want to make this official? Commit yourself to the cause of the colonies?
It's a big decision. John, you're not about to have my compatriot here sign some kind of contract that sells you their grandmother 5 years down the line, are you?
Officer's honor, Sarah. This is honest work for honest credits. So, you ready to do the deed? Fantastic. Then just follow me. Wouldn't be right doing this where we couldn't see the skies. Now, raise your right hand. The motto of the Vanguard is Supra et Ultra, above and beyond. That is where we serve, beyond the furthest reaches of the United Colonies military, and with honor and duty above reproach. Do you swear to protect and defend the citizens of the United Colonies to the best of your abilities? And to uphold the values of the Vanguard: honor, loyalty, self-reliance, in all your actions as a member of the United Colonies Navy? Then let me be the first to officially welcome you to the United Colonies Vanguard. Now, only thing left is getting you that probationary mission. And what I've got is comms repair. Group trying to refurb an old colony war processing plant on Tau Ceti 2. Sounds like they'd barely gotten set up when their communications died. Place is as isolated as they come, so Brass wants a Vanguard to deliver the repair suite and ensure anyone present is safe and secure. So, can the people of Tau Ceti 2 count on you? That's the spirit. Head down to the spaceport and talk to Crew Chief Harath. He'll get you the repair suite plus your new recruit kit. Oh, and your advance. Give it your all out there. Supra et Ultra.
Voilà les amis, donc on vient d'être recruté par l'Union coloniale. Donc voilà, donc ça va nous débloquer pas mal de missions. Donc là cet épisode touche à sa fin. Donc voilà, tous les jours on fera 1 heure, 1 heure et demie, 2 heures de jeu. Donc n'hésitez pas à liker et surtout à vous abonner, comme ça vous pourrez interagir avec moi sur le live directement. Et voilà, donc j'espère que cette série ne fait que débuter, donc j'espère que ça vous plaît et que vous allez la suivre avec moi car il y a pas mal d'heures de jeu qui s'annoncent. Voilà les amis, donc je vous dis à plus les amis, ciao, bye bye.